Capricorn, welcome to your September 2022 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Capricorn. This will not resonate with every Capricorn that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Capricorn, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Capricorn. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Capricorn and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Capricorn, let's get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, so let's see what's happening for my Capricorns in the month of September in love and romance. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anyone dealing with a Capricorn? Who has their eye on Capricorn? Who is Capricorn going to meet? Let's see what the energy is. What is the energy that surrounds Capricorn at this time? Ooh, okay. Capricorn, we have deception here. Someone isn't being real with you. Someone isn't being honest with you. We'll dig deeper into it. It could be their feelings. It could be their intentions. You feel something's up. I do feel that. And you guys are right if you have that feeling. I don't feel this is out of the blue, a big shocker. I feel like there's something fishy about this person. You know about it. Interesting I said fishy. This could be a Pisces you're dealing with, or someone could have Pisces in their chart. Doesn't have to be the case, but I feel Pisces energy for some of you guys. And it says, someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So with the false self mask, I wonder if someone's even just trying to put up a front with you right now. That isn't their true vibe, isn't who they really are. I don't know, I almost feel like this aloof, nonchalant, I could give a, whatever, and maybe they feel a little bitter about what happened between the two of you or something that recently has happened between the two of you. If you just recently stopped talking or you got in a fight or something kind of dramatic-ish or a little messy happened. I'm almost hearing like last weekend, or maybe it was like a couple weekends ago or something. I don't know. Someone may be stubborn and not wanting to hold accountability or to apologize. So, I don't know. There's some messiness going on here that we need to fix. Let's get this settled. You know what, Capricorn, I feel too like they brag about you to their friends and they're telling their friends, oh yeah, I hit that, like Capricorn and I did this and that, and they may even be lying about some of the things you guys have done together, maybe even in bed if you haven't even engaged with them sexually. Or for others of you too, like if this person is just kind of mad about whatever's happened recently, or if you guys did pull away, they may be talking crap about you, but what they're saying is a lie, and I think other people know it too. So it's making them look a little desperate. Anyway, let's get into it. The letter D is sticking out to me, as in Daniel, as in Danielle. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Tell me more about this. Awakening. Interesting. Okay. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Why do I feel this is you, Capricorn? And because of this awakening, or because you guys are kind of like evolving spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you may be seeing this person's true colors finally because of it. Or you may be kind of seeing that this person is in a different vibration like, I don't know, I almost feel like for someone, whether it's you or them, whatever, right? But it's like someone really, really wanted this person at a period of time, and it just hurt them, it pained them. They checked for a message, they checked for a phone call, they cried, they got upset. And now I almost feel like you kind of see why this person didn't follow through. You kind of are thinking like, wow, like this really wasn't what I thought it was. This person is not really the person I thought I was in love with or falling in love with. I just feel this awakening to you, and I just hear like a phone alarm go off. It's almost like a wake-up call, Capricorn, that you're kind of seeing through this. So maybe someone's even exposing themselves. Again, whether they've been trying to tell you they don't care, or like, even if they tell you like they're in love and stuff, but then you kind of find out it's like they're entertaining other people. Let's get into this. This seems very complex, but I do feel, Capricorn, that you're seeing someone as they are. Maybe they expose themselves by being more emotional than they really are. Maybe they're exposing themselves to care more than they put off, or maybe you're kind of seeing they're just lower vibrational energy that you've transitioned out of. And where once upon a time you thought this was the one person that was going to change everything, you're kind of seeing them as not being that much in your life anymore. You don't have that same yearning and longing for them that you thought you were always going to have for them. Damn. All right. So with this, Capricorn, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think about you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection that they have with you currently? What do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold? And what are they afraid of is going to happen? I can see why they're a little bitter if they are. They kind of think you're bored. They think you're disinterested, and they're taking that as a rejection for sure. Whether it's just like, you could be doing more to keep me engaged. You could be doing more to make me happy, but you're not. So you kind of leave me with no other choice, right? Damn, Capricorn, they're actually a lot more hurt by whatever just happened. Way more hurt than they told you, than they expressed to you. Interesting. Yeah, I really do feel you're the one that kind of had enough of it. You were the one that started to pull away, to disengage, to kind of start emotionally disconnecting from this. Even if it was painful at first, you had to do what was right for you. But as you saw the distance, like, helped you realize how different you were from this person. I don't know. Let me get all the cards out first before I go too deep. Whew. Okay. So first of all, we have multiple number synchronicities here. We have 33, we have 88. So you guys could be seeing 333 or 888. Your birthdays could be January 3rd, January 13th, December 23rd, or January 8th, January 18th, December 28th. For some of you guys, maybe even January 30th. Bottom of the deck is the Star card. I could see why they're a little bit shook. So Aquarius energy, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could have Aquarius in your chart. Okay, so different messages for different groups of you. For those of you that represent Star energy, you are one of a kind. You are someone that they haven't met before. You are someone that brings a lot of inspiration. You're uplifting, you're healing. But you're very unique. You are a free spirit. You express yourself the way you want to. You are very comfortable with yourself, even if that was a journey for you, right? Like, for example, if there was like, if this is a trigger warning, then I'll just put that out for someone. But like, if there was body sensitivity issues that someone was struggling with for so long, there's come to a point where you guys just accepted for yourselves as who you are fully, inside and out. Or others of you, again, like if there were some sort of things you went through in the past that were hard, like you didn't get dealt with the best cards, you had to go through some family issues, you had to go through some things that people would normally not get through the other side, having the spirit you have or not having it, right? You are that light that still keeps shining. And for some of you, you could be well known. maybe this other person is infamous in their own way, whether someone has like an online social media presence, someone's well known in their community, or even further than that, right? You know, kind of infamous for what they do as their job, whatever. But for most of you guys, yeah, you're just this like, you give off this healing, powerful, loving light. And I think they've never been in contact or never really have met anyone with that vibration that you have. Some of you are starseeds. You know this, or maybe you're kind of figuring out what is a starseed, and maybe some of you have a star tattoo. But yeah, I do feel that they felt this connection was one of a kind, and you've hit some part of them that they didn't think was able to get hit, to get touched. And I do feel that just being around you made them feel that uplifting light that you've always carried within yourself. I don't know, usually I don't feel this with the star card, but I'm feeling it now, like a spiritual warrior type of thing with you guys. And that even through the darkest times, you still hold out that light with the star card. So it's almost as if when they met you, they felt there was a special connection. They felt that there was something special there. They felt you were something special. Maybe you guys kind of met each other when you both were going through some tough things, like a breakup, a divorce, you know, something that was kind of weighing heavily in someone's life, a loss, job loss, the loss of a loved one, something like that. And you guys met and it kind of uplifted each other in some sort of way. Although Capricorn, I do feel like you uplifted this person more than they uplifted you. Again, cross watchers, just flip it around if that's the case. But there's something you could do for work too that is healing, whether you're like in the beauty services, or you're in nursing, or you're a therapist, a social worker. You do light up the world in your own way, Capricorn, and they saw it from the first time they met you. And even in your silence, you still have a strong presence. And someone could like to wear their hair up in a bun or a high ponytail. And someone likes to wear gold hoop earrings. Let's get into it. How they feel about you is the Knight of Swords. So this right now is Gemini energy. And I feel, yeah, there's a little bit of a defensiveness, okay? Because, I don't know, there's something that they feel a little bit defensive about, maybe a little hurt by, maybe a little aggressive about. And maybe it's the fact that, you know, with whatever happened, you felt like it was the last straw, or you felt like you couldn't carry on the same way as it was between the two of you. So I almost feel this anger towards you, Capricorn, in all honesty. And maybe even for others of you with this awakening in the star card, like having you in their life brought about a new consciousness to them, and maybe you were the catalyst for their own awakening. But now that you are gone, or now that you have pulled back, or whatever the issue is, even if you just got in a fight, they're acting out of ego, they're acting out of fear. And there could be a fear of losing you. And, you know, it's either fight or flight, and they feel like the fight right now, and not in a good way. And so with this Knight of Swords, yeah, they may be running their mouth a little bit right now. They may be telling their family members and friends about the situation that happened between the two of you, which was not the case, right? Especially with the deception card. They may be saying you were the one that was, you know, acting horribly, or set off this fight, or, you know, and it wasn't how it happened. And maybe some of you are hearing this through your friends, or, you know, people are asking you about what happened because they heard this and that. In a weird way, they almost think that this is, you know, by trying to poke at you or to try to get your reaction out of it, they think that's how they're going to get you back, is by starting that drama. But again, you guys are in a different vibration from them. You don't act out of that lower vibrational pettiness, toxicity to, you know, keep us in a codependent trauma bond type of thing. You're over that. And the more they expose themselves like that, the more you're seeing that this is just not what you wanted or not what you thought it was. And they may be, again, revealing things you did in the bedroom together, whether it's true or not, but you felt it was private and shouldn't be shared. Just for confirmation for someone, this may have been someone that likes to pull your hair, or you like to pull their hair. Okay. What they think about you is the Four of Cups. Think about the situation. So first of all, they're throwing a little bit of a fit emotionally. They're having their little tantrum about this because they're not getting what they want out of this. You haven't apologized. You haven't reached out. You haven't wanted to talk about it. You've been wanting your space. Maybe even some of you set up a boundaries that they're not happy with. They don't want to accept it. They don't want to compromise it. So they've been a little bit pouty or they've been a little bit moody. That's for some of you guys. They're definitely sensitive about this topic a lot more than they're revealing to you, right? But again, like for some of you, they are worried that you're bored, that you don't see this going any further, that you're unhappy with where it is. But instead of just being like, okay, you know what can I do to fix this? What can we do together to make this better? They don't want to accept that. They are finding it offensive in some way. And maybe they even tried to come over to your house recently, or, you know, before the fight happened or whatever, threw this all into chaos, and you said no because you needed your space from them. You needed time to just, you know, process everything yourself, and they got mad about it or very hurt by it. But again, maybe that's just another sign to you that they just don't understand your own processing way. They don't understand how you are as far as when you need your space because you don't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing or act out of an emotion that's not truly reflective of who you are overall, just because in one moment that's making you angry or making you upset. And I wonder if some of you guys had like a confrontation with this person outside of your front door or outside of your house or your apartment. And it was like kind of in front of other people, maybe if it wasn't specifically there, maybe in front of others, they saw you guys fighting. Maybe it was a little embarrassing for you. What they like the most about you is the Three of Cups, Cancer energy. Yeah, I mean, when you guys are on good terms, you have a lot of fun when you hang out. I'm seeing something about dancing. Maybe you like to dance. They like to dance with you. When you go out, kind of having a few drinks. There are times when you go and like to go to like festivals or music. Both of you are into music, maybe. Like to go to events around town where there's like a band set up or a DJ or something like that. They do think that you're a likable person. Again, like with the Star card, you're just you can get along with most people, and they find that to be nice. And I do think their friends have a high opinion of you. They think you're cute. They think you're beautiful. They think you're fun. And I do think, you know, their close friends and family members they're like, yeah, I like Capricorn. You know, you should keep them around. They love the way you feel. I don't know if you have like smooth skin or, you know, you like to lotion up. You like to, you know, landscape, manscape, whatever it is you need to do. Wax, shave, whatever. You keep yourself pretty clean. And that's something they really like about you. They love the body lotion or the cologne or the perfume you use. For some of you, I don't know why I'm smelling vanilla. What they don't like about you is the Three of Swords. Libra energy. Yeah, Capricorn, I really do think you have them in their feelings and you hurt them. That's how they view the situation. Without whatever the truth was behind it, again, maybe some of you found out there was third-party situations going on, and you're not down with that. Even if you're not like committed to this person, even if you're not exclusive, you're still not okay with people talking to others when you're trying to establish something, right? That's for some of you. Others of you, yeah, I just think if you did walk away, or if you did kind of separate, or if you did break up with them, or whatever it was, it's hurt them a lot more than they're showing you. And it's like they're stewing in it. They've been emotional over it. For some of you, they definitely cried over this, over you. And I don't know why I'm getting like someone's mom in the mix, whether someone's mom knows about what happened recently or the drama about it, but I think they've been telling their mom certain things too, and they've been going to their mom for comfort about the situation. Or maybe you, Capricorn, I don't know, but someone's not being truthful about the things that have happened, right? And maybe that's because they knew that people liked you, they had to lie about it. I don't know. But with this Three of Cups, yeah, they feel hurt. They feel very hurt by whatever's happened and your change in it. If you have changed your behavior, your engagement with them. Sorry, Capricorn, I don't know if you could hear that, but my husband was having trouble closing the garage door, so I went to go help him. But like, even with this Three of Swords, and if that happening, like with the garage door was just refusing to close, just something wasn't working, right? And you could try waiting, being patient, but if it becomes repetitive and nothing improves, nothing can be resolved from it, some of you just did have to close the gates on it. You just had to kind of realize that you had to do what was best for both of you and kind of end things. I do feel that was you guys were the main ones to end things. And they were not happy. They were not happy at all. What they like the most about the connection is the World card. So this is fixed energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo energy. So for some of you guys with the World card, it always indicates to me like you guys could come from different cultures, backgrounds, different parts of the world, different religions, different ethnicities, and they did like that for, you know, their own reasons. They were intrigued by the differences in cultures or places from where you guys came from. But again, for some of you, if you are very successful, if you are infamous, it kind of made them feel good knowing they were with someone that was kind of a star, or that was well known, or was so successful in their career. Especially if you had a social media or have a social media following, and they see all the likes you get, how sexy you look, and they knew that you were all for them. That you were, you know, theirs, not possessively, but you get what I'm saying. Gave them a little bit of an ego boost. But also too, if that's not so much the case, right, with this awakening card, you know, it felt different being with you than with someone else who would maybe more superficial, who may be more, you know, just basic, I guess. You were far from it. And you kind of took them to that whole new world of experience in love and romance. You maybe kind of, I don't know, there was something about your energy through the Star card, through the World card here, and the Awakening card that just like gave them a new perspective on life, gave them a new perspective on how to handle life, seeing you with what you've been through and how you handle things and how you overcome everything, inspired them in a lot of ways. So again, this is why the impact hits so deep, or, you know, this is why they're being triggered. Their ego is becoming so out of control because they felt so profoundly about this. They felt like you really were the one. They felt like, you know, but did they handle themselves correctly? You know, and if only they were to tell you all that, would that have made you want to stay? And if there were third party issues that were going on, I do feel like they were kind of making you feel, I don't know, being with you made them feel great, made them feel amazing, but did they actually treat you like that priority? Did they actually, I don't know, with this world card, I almost feel like someone was a little bit self-centered and it always had to be catered to their needs and their wants. And then like the second you guys would kind of start to sense out that energy, maybe it was selfishness or maybe it was just self-centeredness, okay? You would try to call it out, and that's where the deception would come in, and that's when they would flip it or try to blame you or something like that. I don't know why I'm picking up on this situation, but it's just confirmation. You fed their ego. I definitely feel with this world card. I don't know why, but I do. I don't know why I'm paying so much attention to this knee here that this guy is holding. Maybe someone's had knee problems. Anyway. What they don't like about the connection is the Eight of Cups. Pisces energy. So I feel with this Eight of Cups that there was someone that wasn't being emotionally fulfilled anymore, similar to the Four of Cups. Someone felt like there was not much more to say in this, do in this. It's kind of ridden out its course, and there's more for you out there that you want to experience. Maybe even there was issues around this person not, I don't know, making you feel as free as you were without them. Free to do what you want, free to express yourself. And isn't that interesting? I don't know. Especially if this person has like ego issues or insecurities. It's almost like as if they're not as comfortable being themselves as you are, Capricorn. And like they always feel like they have to shapeshift for the environment that they're in, where you're authentically you. If you're in front of your parents, if you're in front of your children, if you're in front of your friends, you are who you are. And I don't know, it's just almost as if I get this energy with the Eight of Cups that they just tried to stifle you or try to make you feel like you couldn't be who you were fully. And maybe again, you felt like being in this situation wasn't in your best interest. It wasn't part of the energy, vibration, or lifestyle you wanted to live. So they don't like the fact that you've pulled away. Maybe you've emotionally checked out of this and they haven't been able to convince you to come back. Or even if they are putting up that mask, like, I don't care or whatever. No, they're upset. They're very upset that you left or that you don't see this value in this anymore. You're not as emotionally engaged in this anymore because they still feel very, very emotional within this whole situation. Emotional about you. They get triggered when people bring you up, asking about where have you been or why you guys haven't been around each other as much. Highest hopes, Eight of Swords, Gemini energy. They're going to be stuck. And they're going to try every solution they can, but they still feel like it's not working. They still feel like they're trapped. They still feel like they can't get a hold of you, that they can't convince you, that there's nothing to convince you. You know, I feel like with this Eight of Cups, they are hoping they don't have to lie in the bed that they made for themselves. Quite honestly. They're hoping there's some way they can get out of this pickle with you or this dilemma with you, and that they could figure it out. But you're still not convinced. Because the deepest fears is the Devil card. Capricorn energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Capricorn or someone with Capricorn in their chart. That, you know, from this not working, unfolding, and their emotions still being very heavily involved in the situation, it's just going to turn into an obsession. This is their fear, but maybe yours too, Capricorn. A jealousy, an anger, a resentment, you know, back into a very low vibration, an ego-based energy that they feel like can't be fulfilled without you. But yeah, going to like the dark side almost, if they can't have you back or convince you back. But, you know, that's a big red flag in itself, isn't it? Maybe I wonder if, you know, this person struggles with like addiction, that they'd be going back into their addiction. But, you know, honestly, Capricorn, that's something they have to heal for themselves. And don't let, I don't know, I almost feel the need, like, if this person does call you when they're under the influence, or they say, like, I'm drinking because of you, or it's all your fault, or anything like that, don't let them guilt trip you. You know, I think they know what they did. They know what they're doing. But they rather not take the hard way that would show that they'd have to put effort, work in, compromise in. They want to try to take the easy way out, and it's not going to work. But yeah, I do feel like their fear is that if this doesn't happen, if you don't come back, if you don't want to fix this, if you don't want to heal this, they're going to be forever unhealed in some way, shape, or form because of what has happened here between the two of you, or that didn't transpire between the two of you. And that they're going to be angry, very angry. All right, Capricorn. To see the likely outcome of this situation, what's likely to unfold in your love life by the end of September, and just dive deeper into this whole situation, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you what's likely to unfold in the near future between the two of you, but also pull oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this. Anything else you need to know about this connection, about your love life in general. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Capricorn, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way, has given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever you're going through in your love life. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Capricorn, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Capricorn.